Today we're going to walk you through the Rennline Dash Backdate installation. We're going to start with the pretty basic installation, and then we'll walk you through some of the options that are available with this kit. So to walk you through the parts, we have the dash backboard, the insert, we have the extrusion, we've got our HVAC controls, LEDs, we've got the key switch bezel, our headlight knob, our headlight knob bezel, and we've got our name tag optional. Here we've got our hardware and of course the end caps for the extrusion. So we're going to start by installing kind of the backboard, the chassis of the whole dashboard. This uses self-drilling screws. You want to line it up with the radio hole. I'm just going to go straight into the bottom of the dash with the self-drilling screws. Next up, we're going to work on the extrusion. Get the extrusion lined up. It's usually easiest to start kind of by lining it up with the HVAC hole, and then pre-drill a couple holes in the middle where our flathead sheet metal screws will get installed. You'll see this kind of draws the face of the dash closer to the face of the factory dash. We like to start by pre-drilling a few of the holes, getting a couple screws in, and then run around and pre-drill and install the rest of the screws. If you're going with one of the fabric or the wood inserts, then we'll install the end cap now, and then we'll install the outer sheet metal screws in the extrusion face. If you're going with the stainless steel or the carbon fiber insert, we're going to want to install the screws, the outer screws now in the extrusion face. We'll slide the insert in, and then we'll install the end cap. A little bit more challenging, and you want to leave the screws a little bit looser than the center ones. For this example, we'll walk you through the bird's eye maple. Some of the inserts, like the bird's eye, have an adhesive back. So this is pretty straightforward here. Next up, we'll work on our HVAC control. So first, we'll install the bezel to the control. And then you'll actually install the control to your factory controls. So this is kind of a faceplate for your factory controls. That process is pretty simple. You drill out some of the existing factory rivets, and then we're going to install our billet accessories. So here we have our headlight parts and ignition switch bezel, obviously the HVAC control. The factory HVAC mechanism is going to screw into that tapped hole back there, and it will pull the whole assembly in when you screw that down. Ignition switch bezel screws right onto the ignition switch. The headlight switch bezel kind of retains the headlight switch in a spot. It also screws on, as does the knob. If you choose to use the badge, that'll go right there. Here you can see some of the different inserts that we offer. Got a couple real wood veneers. We got a couple basket weaves, stainless steel, and a carbon fiber. As we showed you earlier, the wood inserts install with it an adhesive backer. You would want to install the basket weave inserts with a contact cement, and then the carbon fiber and stainless steel inserts will actually slide right into the end of the extrusion, kind of like this. If you decide you want to use a radio with a kit, we've pre-cut the radio hole, and you just need to punch out this plate here. Just cut these two tabs and punch it right out. Lastly, your kit's going to come with a name tag. You just have to pre-drill your insert. Just simply lay it in place, flip it over, mark your holes, and drill them out. We've also seen people install the factory 911 name tags as well.